Good morning. I'm Diane Ravitch, and I first came to Teachers College 50 years ago, and didn't know that I was at the time, but I became a mentee of Lawrence Kremen, and I didn't intend to pursue a degree. I eventually did, but in the course of my becoming what I became, I met Harold Noah before I knew what I was going to do with my life. I didn't have a master's degree, and here I was pursuing a doctorate. And the reason I wanted to speak about Harold was about his kindness and his humor, and the fact that he would sit down with me, a total nobody, and give me time. I was not his student. I was not his mentee. I was Larry Kremen's. But Harold was always available. And so I want to just talk about him as a person, as somebody that I trusted, whose advice I valued. And the one thing, when I was asked to speak, the one thing that came instantly to mind was that I was working on a project that involved schools in the Soviet Union, about which I knew very little, if anything. And I went to see Harold, and he said, the one thing you must remember, and he said this as a general principle, is that revolutions come and go, but institutions are persistent. And he pointed out to me that the schools in the Soviet Union had been highly elitist before the revolution. And after the revolution, the faces changed, but they continued to be highly elitist. And that was an insight that just struck me like a bolt from the blue, which has remained with me these 50 years, and which I think I have thought about many times. So I'm here just to say, Harold, he's not there anymore. It was wonderful seeing his face. I'm sure we'll see more of it. He was just a wonderful human being, and I'm so glad that I knew him. Thank you.